Hi, this is part 2 of your web maintenance instructional video. In this section we'll look at how to manage the home page of the website. It's actually set up a little bit differently from the rest of the web pages. So let's get started. You'll see that the website has got a image slider on the front page. Above that you have two menu bars, the top menu bar and the middle menu bar. As you scroll down, there's the welcome message. On the right hand side there is the widget that links over to your Facebook page. Okay, so the homepage slider and the welcome message are both run by posts. So if you log into the administration area by going to the bottom of the site and clicking admin login, and then you click in posts in your dashboard. When you get into posts, so you can see that there's pages down the bottom here, which is what we worked with before, and up here we have posts. So the difference between pages and posts is that posts have a category. So if you look at pages, you'll see that there's just the page name and the date and the author. There's no other information. But if you look at posts, there's the name of it, the author, and then there's categories. So the categories that I have set up are slider images, the two that we're going to be using, and homepage welcome. Okay, so with the slider images, we've set up so that that I think it's 7 images will show up, will slide through. So if we want to edit one, so we'll go to say one that I've called 5. Okay, so this is the post. You can see that there's no information in the editing area, and you can also see that it looks almost exactly the same as when you're doing a page. However, on the right hand side you have the option to click which category it goes in. So what categories does is it enables me, when I'm setting up the site, to say that everything in this particular category will appear on this part of the website. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility, a bit more of a dynamic option. So that's how on the home page I can say everything that's in slider images is going to go across the top of the page, and everything that's in the homepage welcome, you could have a whole list of different messages there, but we've only got one for us. Okay, so slider images, where is the image? If you scroll down, there's an option here called featured image, and that's where it's sitting. So what you need to do is, if you wanted to change it, you change the featured image. So just say I'll remove this image, so you click on remove featured image. Okay, so now see, it looks like it's not there anymore. So then there will be, what we want to do is add a featured image, so then we click on set featured image. You can either upload a file that you've got sitting on your computer, or you can use one from the media library. So I'll just put that same image back in again. We'll click on this one. Now, what is really important with your featured images is the size. It has to be exactly the right size, otherwise the sliding effect won't work and it'll make the page jump around a bit. So the size, and it's written in your notes, is 957 pixels wide, 340 pixels high. You'll notice it's quite a small image. It's only 108 kilobytes, so it's very small, and you have to be really careful to make sure that your images are quite small for a web page, because you don't want to be sitting there for ages waiting for it to load. You want it to load quite quickly. And the other parameter is that it must be a JPEG. You could also use a GIF or a PNG file, but for photographs, use a JPEG. And remembering that there's 2 different types of JPEG. There's the ones that you use for print media, and they're CMYK. There's the ones that you use for the screen, for websites, and those need to be RGB. So if you do upload an image and it doesn't appear when you look at it on the website, it might be that you haven't saved it as RGB, that maybe you used it for print previously, or a printer had supplied it to you and they've left it as a CMYK. So you just need to go into your graphics package and change it. So most programs like Photoshop and things like that are very easy to change it to RGB for the screen. Okay, so we've made sure it's the right size. We've made sure that the resolution is quite low, so screen resolution is usually 72 dots per inch. And we've made sure that it's a JPEG. And then all you need to do is click on Set Featured Image. It comes up here. And then just the same as when you're working with web pages, you click on Update, it will update, and then you go back to your website. So remembering that this little house icon at the top takes you straight back to the home page of the website. And always double check when you've done something to make sure that it actually is working properly. And these little arrows at the end, you can click them to click through and make sure that everything is there and okay and working correctly. So that's how you change the images that go across the front of the home page on the slider. Okay, so now we're going to change the welcome message. So you can see that I've actually added an extra full stop here on the welcome message. So we're just going to go in and remove that so that you can use that as an example of how to update the welcome message. It's also done using posts. So we're going to go back into the dashboard and click on posts. And scroll down to where it says welcome. So this one's got a different category, homepage welcome. The other ones had slider images. Click on welcome. Okay, so now we can see those two full stops. With the post screens, you can see that it's very similar to the pages, except that you have the categories down the side, and this one has got the home page welcome ticked. And so now I'm just going to remove one of the full stops, click update. And go to the website to check by clicking on the little home icon on the top left hand corner. Scroll down. Okay, so now you can see there's only one full stop there. So it's quite simple to go in and change the message that's there on the home screen. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to change are the menu bars across the top and middle. If we go back into the dashboard, remembering that to change the menu bars, you usually would need to be logged in as an administrator. So under Appearance, we go to Menus. Okay, so with Menus, there's a drop-down list and it has three options here. The footer one is the one that has the link to the admin login. The mid menu or secondary, I'll click on that. And just to show you, this one here is the mid or secondary menu. So this is the one that goes to home, the heritage agreements, the YACMAC story and cultural records. So what we'll do, just for argument's sake, is I'll just add contact page again onto this menu and you will see it's quite easy to do. Okay, so at the moment, remembering that it has three, there's a home link, there's the Native Title Claim and Heritage Agreements link, the YACMAC story and cultural records. Each of these have a drop down with the navigation label, so if you wanted to change what this particular label said, then you can change it here. So we're going to add another page to this particular menu bar. We're going to add it to the bottom. So over here on the left, you'll see that there's a list of all the pages in the website. So it has the most recent ones, but if I click view all, that's often the easiest thing to do, because then you can see all the pages that have been created for the website. I'm going to add contact. So I click on contact, click add to menu, and you see it appears here below the other options. If I didn't want it to be the last item, you can just drag it to where you want it to appear. If I want it to be a drop down for something, say for instance, let's make it a drop down of YACMAC story. If I move it across like that, it automatically becomes a drop down of the YACMAC. So just so that you can see what this looks like, I'm going to click Save Menu. Okay, and the menu's saved. So now let's just have a look at what it looks like on the website. If you hold on the drop down, hold your mouse over the YACMAC story, you'll see that contact is now a drop down of the YACMAC story. I'll now remove that item from the menu, so you just open it up and click remove. So you see now everything's back how it was, and click Save Menu. So that's fairly straightforward. You can do the same with the top menu. You can drag things around, change the layout, change how the menu bars operate. So that pretty well covers the advanced options of keeping your website up to date. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Everything should be covered clearly in your written manual. Maybe you want to chat on the phone just to make sure that you've got things clear. That's fine. I'm always available. Thanks for your time.